Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's Aisha, aka Lesh of Living Lesh. And on this channel, you'll constantly find things on travel, fashion, beauty, business, motherhood, lifestyle, all that and in between. And today I'm actually here to talk about something around business. If you are a content creator looking to crush it this year in 2025, then this video is for you. So though we are well into 2025, January was a rough month. There are a lot of things that happen. We're about moving through February, about to be at the end of Q1, so our quarter one. You may still feel like, you know what, I'm doing some things as a content creator. I'm trying to get some place as a content creator, but I'm not quite there yet. What things am I missing to make sure that the rest of this year are successful when it comes to your social media content, strategy you should be using, all of that and in between, and this video is going to be focusing on that. I'm going to be sharing some research I've done, some things I'm seeing, some background information on context I got from interviewing brands, as well as my different contexts in the marketing space, to be able to give you all some key tips on trends that are happening around social media in 2025 and how to plan around them. So without further ado or explaining it, let's get into some of these trends and tips so you can start crushing it and getting your best out of your content strategy and your social media strategy for 2025. The first trend that is going to be really big, if not already big already for 2025, is the power of the micro and nano influencer communities. So even if you are a macro or a bigger influencer that has a larger following on your social media, this trend is still going to contribute to you. And if you are a creator who has smaller numbers on your social media, then this is something that you'll definitely want to dive into. Brands are really going to be focusing on smaller communities and those creators and influencers who have a deeper understanding of their communities and have a more engaged community. So what I'm talking about is having those miniature communities within your larger community. So say you're a creator that has over 100,000 followers on, say, Instagram, or if you're a creator that has under 10,000 on Instagram, both of this applies to you because you can create a nano or micro community outside of your larger community or your main social media channel. How do you do that? You create some of these paid subscriptions or private Facebook groups or Discord groups, or you use Substack, or maybe you're using an Instagram broadcast channel. And you're taking, maybe a subset of your larger community and creating a micro or nano community to be able to share exclusive things. Because you're sharing those exclusive aspects, maybe you're a travel creator who shares exclusive travel itineraries, or you're a fashion or a lifestyle creator who is sharing exclusive codes for discounts that are happening with certain brands, either or. But you use that community to share exclusive things to create a deeper connection and a bigger engagement with that community. And why brands are really going to be diving into this is because they're going to be looking for that bigger ROI. For those who don't know what ROI is, it's that return on investment. So they're going to be looking at creators who are doing that and going, I want to buy into getting access to the smaller engaged community because they know, one, they're going to get more clicks out of them. A lot of times what we've been seeing is creators who have hundreds of thousands of, followers on, say, Instagram, or even ones that have, 10,000 around that, a little bit under, a little bit over. We're seeing that on social media, especially for Instagram, that the algorithm is not necessarily showing all of their content to that community. They'll test it, see people engage with it, and then they'll push it out further. So sometimes you get those once in a while viral videos. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're not even reaching a subset of your community, so your engagement tends to drop. And with brands, they're not looking for that low engagement drop or the fact that their content, whatever they're paying you for, may not get any reach. Because if they don't get the clicks, they don't get the buy, that marketing team for the brand has to go back and say, we weren't able to do anything with this, and they may not actually buy further into influencers or creators. But what brands are going to do, especially around their marketing teams, are going to go, I want to see the numbers around your engagement for those micro communities, because if they're seeing clicks, you may already be seeing this with brands reaching out going, well, can you show me how many clicks you're getting on Instagram stories? Can you show me your engagement number? I even had a brand recently who, reached out to me, goes, can you show me how many clicks you're getting on average, or your conversion rate on like Amazon? It was an Amazon brand. And I was able to show that, and they're like, we're going to dig into that because we see that's happening really big right there. So with these macro these micro or nano communities, what you want to do is start creating them, engaging with them, and growing that engagement. And you can use that on your media kit or on your pitches to say, here's the conversion rate I'm getting with this community. And even if it is, 100 people, if 90 of those people are clicking on things and possibly buying things because they're getting that exclusive content, then that's a bigger ROI than possibly what you may get on your regular content. It may or may not, but that's what brands are going to start seeing. They want to see those smaller engaged communities. So for those who have a lower follow count on social media channels, you may actually start getting more reach out because they're trying to tap into that. So that's a big trend we're seeing for 2025. The second trend that's going on 2025 around social media is all about AI. AI for content creation. AI has been a buzzword that's been going on for the past year. And as we head into 2025, it's only going to get bigger and it's only going to affect how we're creating content, how people are engaging with content, and what's going on. But we have to be very specific on how we're using AI. So I'm not going to sit here and say, don't use AI. And I'm not going to sit here and say, use AI for everything, because there is a fine line of where that engagement is going to work for you, where the AI is going to work to help with engagement, help with content creation. But there's also on the other side of that line where it may actually hurt your engagement. So here's how I'm going to explain this. AI could be great for helping you to create content. And I mean by helping as in aiding you, but you're still using your mastery of content creation as a social media content creator to make sure you move forward. So say you use Canva. Canva has AI tools to help you create a subset of content, help you, do some things, make some changes. Use that to help it build a platform or like some kind of base for you to build off of. Same thing with Adobe products. We've been seeing a lot of AI being used to help with content creation, photo editing, video editing on Adobe products, where you're seeing it on Lightroom, Photoshop, After Effects, all of that. So learn more about the use of AI when it comes to content creation, even with your creating your captions. Use it as a jump start to create further captions, but also make sure you're adding in your own personal touch, because again, you want to know that, or you want to see this personal aspect to it. Every person following you wants to know about you. So if you're relying too much on AI, you lose that personal touch. There's also been this thing of AI being a little bit too overstimulating for people. So I don't know if you've seen a lot of these videos where, maybe someone takes a scoop of ice cream and that scoop of ice cream turns into a puppy. It's really strange. There was even someone, Kimmy, I think it's Kimmy Crawford, it's her last name. She used to be a host with Neve on Catfish. And she was actually on a podcast talking about how she actually clicks on some of the AI things, or she talked about how AI is it's just not for her. And I can see her being someone like many other people who click on, because I know I do it, who click on some of those AI videos because it's just too much for me and I don't want to see it. And I go, this is not for me. So if you're someone who's using AI too much in that way, you may actually be falling into that group where people are trying to not see it, which again lowers your view rate and lowers your engagement. But you still want to use it as a platform. Don't let it create your content. Let it help you to create your content. It's also going to be some way where social media is going to start tagging those, and we're already seeing that. There is a way these platforms are working in a way to detect AI, where it's saying, there's a toggle switch on TikTok, I think, that says this AI was created, put that. Even on YouTube, there's now, when you're uploading a video, it asks if there was any AI used. I'm pretty sure that Instagram has it embedded as well. And even if you're not toggling it on, there is some essence where it's starting to track it and kind of trying to sense it to turn that on. Because it wants people to let them know that it is AI. It's not real. And we saw a little bit of people trying to use AI to create this lens that's not reality, especially around travel. There were a lot of travel creators who were saying, taking a picture in their front yard of them sitting in this beautiful dress. And they went on, an Adobe platform, used AI to make it look like they were sitting in front of a castle in Ireland, but they never went. It's false advertising. And then they're creating an itinerary around things to do, but they never actually experienced it. So these platforms are now starting to sense that and go, we don't want people to be misled by AI information. So that's where that line on the other side goes. It'll start hurting your engagement if you use AI to the detriment where you're creating a false reality, but it's not something that you want to run away from, because you want to make sure you're using it for the benefit to help you create your content, like I said, and help you and aid you. Social media trend number 3 is going to be that short form video is still ranking as king. Even though we've been seeing a lot of these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube Shorts coming out saying we're now allowing for longer and longer and longer videos, people still have a very short attention span. You want to still hook them in the beginning and create these short videos where they can absorb the content you're creating very quickly. So that is all about creating these clips, these fast things that kind of take you through what it's real. Kind of going back to that AI point of people still want to see reality because they're so overstimulated by AI. They're looking for short content that still shows connections, real things, engagement. So start creating short form videos. And how you can go about this little tip is film short things that you can repurpose. So even if it's just short things like you making coffee in the morning, you running an errand, you sharing your get ready with me, and you're making those clips and creating a variety of videos. So for example, say I went my entire day where I created one clip about, how I create this immaculate tea, and I make that as one video. And then I show about, how I, install my hair or put my extensions in. That's a separate video. And then I show about, making my child's lunch in the morning. That's another video. So now that's 3 videos I've created, short ones showing those specific things. But then I can take clips from those and create other short videos of a day in the life, my beauty routine, connecting those with other little clips I'm taking. So make sure that you're still going into that short video and reposting it. If you're someone who's just like, I don't want to take this short video, make it, and then have to post it on Instagram, TikTok, and then YouTube Shorts, use repurpose.io. That's a tool that has really been helpful. I use it in my own day-to-day, as well as I've seen a lot of people using it. Repurpose.io, it is a paid for tool. You can test it out free, but then it becomes paid, where you upload the video, say in one place, but you create an automation that says, hey, every Instagram reel I post, make sure you also take it and post it to TikTok and YouTube Shorts at the same time, so that you're basically creating those short form videos on every platform. And if you're not on all 3 platforms and you're creating short form videos, you're limiting yourself. So if you're only on Instagram and TikTok and you're like, I don't want to bother with YouTube Shorts because I don't create long form videos on YouTube, you do not have to create long form videos on YouTube. You don't have to create those longer videos. Just get on YouTube and create shorts. There are creators who have made a business off of just creating short videos on YouTube Shorts without ever having to create longer videos or the horizontal big, vlogging videos. So just make sure you're using it, all of that. Repurpose.io does it the same way. If you post it on YouTube Shorts, it can post it to those other ones. Additionally, if you haven't been on YouTube Shorts, you're like, I don't even know where to start, and I want a lot more videos at once, Repurpose.io actually does this thing where it'll actually take videos you've posted, so it'll skim your channel. So say, for example, you connect your Instagram, it'll skim your Instagram, and you can tell it, take all of these videos that I posted on my Instagram and post it to my new YouTube Shorts video or YouTube Shorts channel at this schedule. And you can schedule things out there. It's a very powerful tool, and it allows you to work smarter, not harder, and put all of your short form video everywhere. And with it being such a big trend that's going to continue and keep getting bigger, static images are still around. They kind of go high and low, but short videos are still going to reign king this year. So you want to make sure that you're diving into that, doing as much as you can, repurpose, work smarter, not harder, and make sure that you're doing as much as you can to put your content out as many platforms as you can. And don't sit there and go, well, you know what? I posted this one video. It didn't do well on Instagram. I'm not going to even bother posting it to TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Do not let that be something that stops you or deters you. A video can do very well on YouTube Shorts and crap out on Instagram Reels and TikTok. It can go viral on TikTok, but do really badly on the other two platforms. It's all about the people who are on there. So don't let it crapping out on one place deter you from other places. Put all of your short form videos in every place. If you have old content, repurpose it and use it on those other ones so you can gain more of a bigger community, connect more people, cross that over. Even if you grow a community on YouTube, you can push them to your Instagram to get them there, and it's going to help you to have a more engaged community and essentially make a bigger revenue, whether it's through brand deals or affiliate revenue, which again on YouTube, it could essentially, if you do well on YouTube Shorts and meet the threshold, next thing you know, you can monetize on YouTube. So that leads me into my next trend. It's all about evergreen content, sustainable content, and repurposed content. You're going to want to see about looking at your analytics in old videos that did very well. What we're seeing a lot starting off this year is people actually taking viral videos that, they had go viral before on whatever channel and either repurposing them to other channels like I was just talking about. So either putting them on YouTube Shorts and seeing how it does there, or taking a TikTok video and putting it on Instagram. Or they're even going within the same channel and repurposing the same content and bringing in more audience. So as an example of something I've seen, there was I guess I can call her creator, but she put this video up, I don't know if it was a year or two ago, and it was of her wedding, and it was her and her niece dancing. She's beautiful, gorgeous, had this very, essence about her, and she's dancing, she's vibing, and it's like, go twin. She's literally saying, go twin, with her little niece. That video went viral, and it helped her grow, and she recently repurposed it with this point of view: what if I never posted this video? The video went viral again. So it was her original video went viral. She repurposed it with a different sound, a different, I wish she had that point of view text on there, and then that one went viral. And she brought in more people. So it was, yes, she's re-engaging with her community because people are like, oh, I remember this. Oh, and then some people are even saying, I never saw this. Oh, I'm so glad I found you. So look at some of that old content, that evergreen content, even create evergreen content that you keep posting over and over. But look at some of that old content that went viral before, or even it didn't go viral, it just did very well, and see how you can reuse it to create other pieces of content. Because that's what people want to see. People are looking for that nostalgia. They're looking for things that are still resonating with them. They want to reflect. It's been a big year on reflection, looking back, remembering positive things, positive vibes. And as a content creator, it's that idea I keep saying to work smarter and not harder. If you already have a piece of content that went well, use it again. As a travel creator, you can find maybe a video of you giving travel tips that went really well. Post it again. Those travel tips are probably still relevant. Or was an itinerary or a travel experience, it's still relevant. If you're a home decor person and you shared how you were setting up, your dining room table, it's still inspiration that can still be used again. So take anything that you feel like has went viral, it did really well, and use it again on the same channel as well as those other channels like I was talking about. Use Repurpose.io. That's kind of the same aspect, that repurposing that content to use it elsewhere. Our fifth trend is shoppable content is a must. There has been, and it's going to continue, but a decline in brand deals. Marketing departments are either getting slashed completely out of brands. Their budgets are getting cut. They're going into more of this affiliate marketing plan or revenue share plan. But we're seeing a lot of brand deals for creators not being very relevant, or they're just not being able to offer a lot more. Or as we've been seeing a lot, UGC is becoming a thing, which we'll talk about. Or because a lot of creators are coming to the scene and they're saying, oh, I can create the content for lower prices, a lot of brands are going that way. So they're not offering, to pay for these larger rates. With that being said, you want to make sure that you have shoppable content so you can create another revenue stream around affiliates. That's also being able to have your viewers, your readers, your followers, being able to find things at ease. People, and it's not like saying they're lazy isn't a bad thing, people just don't want to go on social media and have to think and do research. If you are sharing a video that's on, a style post, Make sure that they're able to directly shop it, whether you're using platforms like Shop LTK, Shop My, Collective Voice, all of those affiliate platforms are going to help you to monetize, but it's also going to give your viewers, followers, the ability to go and shop something at ease. Additionally, you want to look at other places where you can create shoppable content, whether it's going on to these platforms, these affiliate platforms like I just mentioned, and creating storefronts, or it's creating an Amazon storefront, or it's going on Amazon Live where you can do shoppable videos. Look into those platforms because, again, like I said, it's going to open up another revenue stream, but it's also going to make you a trusted source of, hey, you're recommending these things, here's how to shop them. So if you're like someone who is a home creator and someone's really looking to, start a new home, they're looking to furnish a home, they're looking to do DIY projects, but they don't know where to start, being able to go to your channel, look at the content, and then shop it easily is going to be something that's really big. People really want to do. Even as something else, I saw this the other day of someone who is it's like a cocktail creator was sharing recipes. And people were commenting like, where can I get this syrup? Where can I get the glass that you created? Like they're looking for those things. And I did see how this person was now going in their comments and going, oh, I just sent you a link, or here's a link to this. People literally just want to go, oh, I really am inspired by this. How can I shop it? And if you get people right then in that moment, without them having to scroll away, you're more likely to get a conversion on that than if they're like, you know what, I look at your content, I can't shop it. Oh, I might save it for later. They may go and find it later, but again, it may not have your cookie or your link and any cookie that you got from your link, or they may just forget about it. And if you're doing that with ease, even in like brands, like when you talk to brands that have brand deals, ask them if you can create shoppable content from it, because again, it could get them a higher conversion and their ROI, which then if you get ROI for them, they may want to come back and do further. So shoppable content is going to be a really big thing. It has been a big thing, but it's getting bigger and bigger. So make sure that you're, one, doubling down on it and expanding your way to create shoppable content. Like I said, creating those storefronts. I have a storefront on Lowe's. I have a Target storefront. I have an Amazon storefront. I have multiple storefronts in different places, depending on what people like to access and depending on the content I'm creating. So if people really want to shop at Target, they're able to go to my storefront and find those things. If they're really big Amazon shoppers, they're able to go on that. And then I'm using Amazon Live to create more shoppable content. And I'm getting a lot more of a revenue stream through that. And I'm also getting brands reaching out going, we're seeing that ROI from your Amazon storefront as well as your lives. We want to be involved and we'll pay you to have an inclusion. So make sure you're investing in that. Open up those things. You can also do them on YouTube, having it be shoppable content. Everywhere that you can make content shoppable, make sure that you're doing it. So the last trend I'm going to touch on, I kind of mentioned it a little earlier, is our sixth trend, and that is UGC content is becoming a bigger and bigger thing. UGC, for those who don't know, is user-generated content. And that is content that a brand may reach out to you and go, I want you to have this product. I want you to use it as you would in everyday life. Create videos around it, create photos around it, create whatever content they're looking for, and then we want you to give it back to us so we can put it on our own platforms. Because people who are on social media are looking for real life uses of products, UGC is becoming a really big thing for brands, especially in the home industry, the beauty industry. We're seeing it in the fashion industry. We're even seeing it with travel brands. If you get a suitcase, how are people using it at the airline? How are they packing things in it? You're seeing a lot of those real life uses. So what I recommend for UGC is start to create a UGC portfolio. And here's how to kind of go about doing that if you're not a UGC creator. Start just taking the products that you already use and creating UGC content. Create how you're using a camera that you just bought. So, I got a while ago, it's a little another Sony camera, and I used it in a day in the life as a content creator. So, and I created it and I posted how I used it as a UGC content. And then I was able to put that in a portfolio to share with Sony, which then I was able to work with about how I can create content for them to show the use of it because it got really good engagement. Same thing with makeup brands, or, any beauty brand. Show how you're doing your skincare routine. Show how you get ready with me and post it authentically on your channel, and then use it and put it into a portfolio. You can create that portfolio with links. You can create one on Canva. You can create a bunch of different ways, or create a page on your website if you have a blog, and just give examples of different UGC content you created, to then start being able to pitch that to brands of, say, I can create UGC content for you. Even with travel creators, what I also do as a travel creator for UGC content is, if I am working with a brand, maybe I'm working with a hotel or a tourism board, and I go on the trip or go to the location. On top of the deliverables that I'm already getting for what they're actually hiring me for, I'll create just authentic videos. Maybe it's just or videos and photos. Maybe it's content showcasing one of the restaurants there. If I'm running on the tourism board, just showing authentic cultural aspects that are going on in the area. And then what I go is I come back and I upload all of that content to Pixieset. Now, this is not the content I'm technically always using on my blog post that I'm also creating. It may not be content that I essentially post, and typically I'm not in it. I may put some where I am in it, things I'm using, things I'm doing, my experience having a spa day at this hotel. Or it may just be, photos for them to use for their own thing, and I put it in an album on Pixieset. And then once I follow up with, here's some results, here's all the content, the follow-up I do after I come back from the trip and talk with the brand or tourism board. I'll give them my, closing aspect, thank you so much. Here's all the links to the content. I will follow up with any analytics later on, but also here's a link to this album that has content that is extra. And I do put watermarks on it. Pixieset lets you do that if you want to use Pixieset. There's other platforms, that's just what I use. Put a watermark on them, but you hand it over and go, if this is any content that you or the brand or can use or would like to use for your own marketing, here are my rates for UGC. And I've actually had quite a few brands, mostly hotels and a couple of tourism boards, that came back and go, we really like this content, we want to buy it off of you, how much does it cost? So now I've further capitalized on that with UGC content, and I'm able to add it to my portfolio of, here's content that I created, and it was also used on this brand. So when they used it, like for example, if you go to Secrets Resorts, and if you scroll down through the content, and specifically Secrets Riviera Maya, you'll actually see a picture of me and my husband. So that was the UGC I created for them. And I was able to take that link and go, here's what I created for them to use for their own marketing materials. So do that, invest in that. It's becoming a very big thing, and it's another place where you can create a revenue stream that's going to work for you. So there you have it. Those are the social media trends that I'm seeing for 2025, with some great tips on how to help it grow your social media strategy, how to monetize it, how to move forward and get towards the end of this year in success on social media. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more detailed help, you want some specific tips, some personalized tips, something where it specifically looks at you, I do offer influencer and content creator coaching, and I also have a course called the Influencer Biz. Both are linked below, so you can look through them. I am a content creator coach. I've been doing that for a couple of years. I've helped a lot of content creators, build their brands. I've had a lot of them who have gone viral, a lot of them who've started monetizing very quickly afterwards. So that's something you're looking to do, or you're already established and you're just stuck and need those personalized sessions. Again, that coaching may be available for you. Like I said, it's right below, linked, where you can go and access it. And the program works for you. It's not one of those one and done. I literally sit there and look at things, and we talk specifically about your goals, what you want to do. It's very personalized. So check it out if you want to. Otherwise, make sure you hit that subscribe button, stay connected. I am going to be sharing more tips around social media, content creator strategy on this channel, as well as you'll see different things around, like I said, motherhood, fashion, beauty, travel, and all of that. But thank you for coming by, and catch you next time.